talking with Madison College women's basketball coach Lois Heeren. And Coach, if you could, your reaction to the first half of the season.
Yeah, we've had some tough non-conference games so far. We're currently 7-5. We lost a couple of overtime games that I think we should have had. We had a couple other games we just didn't play well. So over and over, we're improving each and every game, which is important. And the bottom line is we just got to get better by our first conference game, which is after January.
You've had some fairly unusual circumstances to deal with through the first half of the season. You've had players that were both in volleyball and women's soccer, so they were late to join your team, in some cases missing games. You've had an injury bug kind of roll through the roster as well. What's that been like for you and this team to kind of navigate that?
It's really been challenging because preseason it was challenging. We just didn't have very many numbers, but the players that were able to be there, they had a lot of perseverance and a lot of true grit and stuck through that, and I'm really appreciative of that. And since then, we've had just injury after injury. I think every injury that you can think of. But again, through perseverance and just some toughness, we're able to get through it and make the most of it. We just look at the next person up. We've had to have some difficult times with players not there from either the volleyball side or the soccer side, or sickness or concussion or you name it. But we've been able to step up and really try and get over that obstacle as best as we can.
Sophomore class, 4 members back this year. What's the expectations for that group, and how are they doing right now to kind of get to those expectations?
Yeah, with Megan, Cheyenne, Peyton, and KJ, they really have improved since last year. They're really taken a nice leadership role. We're trying to do some different things than we did last year, and they've been very supportive of that. They worked really hard in the off season, so we just want to look to them for continued leadership and taking us to that next level.
Big freshman group then to fill out the rest of the roster. What sort of contributions are you expecting from them?
Our freshmen really bring in a lot of different areas of the game. So we have some outside shooting, we've got some post play, we have some athleticism that we can use different parts of the game, whether it's a up-tempo type of game, whether it's defense player to player. So, really a lot of different areas that we were able to bring in and truly address what we did not have last year. But, they've contributed in a lot of different ways.
You mentioned a pretty tough non-conference schedule. Obviously, that's done to try to get you ready for what will likely be a pretty daunting task in the start of the new year when you get into N4C action.
Yeah, we have two games right away on the road, and Triton is always tough, and then, of course, Joliet, which is #1 right now in the polls. And, it doesn't get any easier coming back home, and, of course, Rock Valley defending national champions. So we just have to be ready to play, but I truly believe our non-conference schedule will help us be prepared for the conference games.
Lois, congrats on a nice start. Thanks for the time. Best of luck next year.
Great, thank you.